Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Billy from Billy Boys Tarot, and this is going to be the reading for Pisces for the rest of May 2020. So we're going to start into people who are in relationships, anybody who's dealing with anybody, anybody's working with somebody, all those kind of love reads. And then we're going to, after I do that, we're going to go ahead and do single reads, okay? Alright, so let's get started. What do my Pisces viewers need to know for the rest of the month of May? What's going on with them? Please keep in mind that these are general readings. Some may apply, some may not. Alright. If it does apply, then that's good. If not, then it's just not your story. Alright, take what applies and whatnot. Also, if you are interested in private readings, I do those as well. Intuitive reads, tarot reads, medium, all that good stuff. And the links will be in my description, okay? Alright, let's do 2 more shuffles and then we'll see what is going on. Alright, here we go. Whoa. Alright, so first 2 cards that come up that I automatically do, how do you see them? How do they see you? So automatically we got this guy. Alright, so this person, when the Knight comes in, alright, how you see somebody and they come in as a Knight of Pentacles and then they come in as reversed. First of all, it's going to be something slow, could be an earth sign, okay? Could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, could be anybody for that matter, but definitely it's pointing to an earth sign or earth element. Something here is on the rocks, okay? It's not telling me what just yet. And I'm looking at the person that you're dealing with, so whoever you're in a relationship with, whoever you're dealing with, whatnot, they look at you as the 9 of Swords, okay? So it is mutual, I can tell you that right now. You're not looking at them very fondly, they're not looking at you very fondly. And somebody's getting upset here over some stuff. So I'm already going to clarify. I'm not even going to do the rest right now. I just want to see what the hell is going on. Alright, why is the 9 of Swords here? Please clarify that for me. Let's get some answers, huh? Let's do 1 more. Okay, whoa, alright. So, it gets clarified by the Moon card and the Empress card, both reversed. Alright, so these are trump cards. Alright, so Moon card underneath, to clarify, that's going to be secrets, okay? That's going to be hidden emotions, hidden things that they didn't tell you, so forth and so forth, or you didn't tell them, because sometimes in tarot it can go vice versa. Alright, so here's the other one. You got the Empress reversed. So I'm really questioning now. Did someone not tell somebody that they were pregnant? Did someone not tell somebody here that they were that they had a miscarriage or something like that? So that could be one story for maybe some of you. That's a very direct kind of story. But hey, I mean, if that's what it's telling me here, then that's what it's telling me, you know? So let's see what else is going on. I'm just gonna go with it, because if somebody out there needs to hear it, then somebody out there needs to hear it. Of course, not everybody who's watching this is going to be pregnant or had a miscarriage or whatever, but whoever needs to hear it needs to hear it. If there's no pregnancy or whatever in this case, then it would just be secrets for you, okay? But for some people, there definitely is a miscarriage here, or maybe even an abortion or something in that regard, okay? All right. What action needs to be taken? could also be dealing with another Pisces here as well. Okay, so here's the thing. So what action needs to be taken? I got the Hierophant, however you want to say it. Everybody says it a little bit differently. Alright, so for that means we kind of have to go back to basics. We have to start from again, okay? We need to figure out, when you come to this card, it talks about traditions. That's the traditional meaning of this card. Traditions, could be marriage as well. But really what it's talking about in this case, how I'm interpreting in this case, is that you guys have to talk things out. You have to talk about what this means to you, what it is, what it's not, okay? And what actions you're going to be taking there. Now, for some of you, not all of you, this reading feels like kind of scattered in a way. There might be actually a talk of a marriage, or there was talk of a marriage, or there needs to be talk of a marriage, okay? So you could take that, how that resonates, I don't know. It's not my relationship. See, because he also represents marriage. And right next to it, I clarified it already, 3 of Wands, that's card of waiting. That's cards that means it's going to happen, it's going to come, but it has to be, there's some waiting involved. You have to be a little patient with that, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. It's not going to make sense to everybody, but whoever needs to hear that, that is what you need to hear, okay? Alright. Is there anything that this person that Pisces is dealing with is not telling them? I like to get to the nitty-gritty. Alright, so for some of you, looks like this person may have had ideas or thoughts or feelings of walking away from you, okay? I don't think they are at this point in the reading, but just be aware that whoever you're dealing with, at some point, they did have ideas of walking away from you, or from this relationship, or from this whole thing. But I can tell you, the energy that I'm feeling right now from this, I don't think it would be something permanent. Alright? Alright, so with that, let's see what else we could do here to get you guys some answers. Alright. What action is this person taking towards Pisces for the rest of May? What action will this person be taking towards Pisces for the rest of May, please? Alright, good. Alright, so remember I was just saying that they were thinking about walking away, whatever. Yeah. And I said, I don't think it's really going to be something, I don't think it's going to come to fruition. I think it's just something they've been thinking about. So the action that they're going to be taking towards you throughout the rest of May, probably into June for some of you. Got the King of Wands and we got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so King of Wands is a good thing because that's a good position. A king position, I don't care what king it is, it's a position of authority. It's a position of I'm going to stand and do what's right and do what I have to. It's an action card, okay? Especially the King of Wands, because that's a fire. That's a fire element. Some of you may actually be dealing with a fire person who's got a fire in their chart, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. And this right over here, okay? Traditionally, this has to do with work, but in love reads, it could be, we just apply it to love. So this is the 8 of Pentacles. See all those little pentacles that he's working on? Okay, but he's got that one right there. And that's going to be you. Okay? So it seems like after all this bullshit, because that's really what a lot of this is, it's just bullshit. It seems like this person's actually going to they're going to stand up to the plate, probably towards the end of June, or actually probably in the next week or so. What I say, end of June? I meant the end of May. Sorry. Throughout June, and really stand up to the plate. Going to have an aha moment, maybe some type of epiphany, and stand up to the plate and make this relationship work. Okay. For some of you, there is kids involved, but not everybody. All right. So let's see. What is the most likely outcome for this relationship, this situation, for May of 2020? Oops, and my cards are flying all over the place. That's alright, we didn't need them anyway. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Okay, so it seems like for the rest of May, we got more bullshit, and we have arguing. So, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hold on one second, let me get my cards that flew down. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, and let me tell you why. Because in this case, I do believe this person, like I said before, is going to come back, and they are... Actually, I don't even think they're even going to be leaving. I think they're going to stay in there. They're going to work on this relationship, work with what they have. But for the rest of May, which we're half over, this is going to be the case. So there may be some arguing. There may be some exchange of thoughts, ideas, feelings. All right? You guys are kind of in a shitty place as it is right now, and I think that's going to continue throughout the rest of May. But I think heading into June, that's going to start changing for you. Okay? I don't feel or think this person is leaving. I don't even think you want them to leave. I think you just guys are in a bad place right now. I do think that this is going to... I think it's going to be a good thing. All right? I think that, like I said, I think you guys are going to talk things out. I don't think you guys are going to see eye to eye right away. I don't. But I do see, or I do think that it will eventually work out. Okay? So, hold on. Don't worry about it. And you remember this guy earlier in the read? Remember I said to have patience? Okay? Remember I said to have patience? Alright. So, 3 of Wands means things are going to work out. Okay? But, not right away. It's a card of waiting. Okay? It's a card of patience, putting the work into something to get the reward afterwards. And that could be for work, that could be for love, that could be for anything. Alright? So, keep that in mind. If you keep that in mind, just say, you know what? That's where our energy is going right now. It's going to be okay, though. That's all you have to do. Say some prayers. Listen to each other. So forth and so forth. Everything's going to be okay. Alright? I don't know who that was for, or if that's making sense to you guys. That was kind of all over the place. But as long as it talks to somebody, helps somebody out, then that's all that matters. At least for me. Alright, let's move on to the single reads. Alright. What could I tell, or what do we have for Pisces single for the rest of May? That was really a direct story just now. I was like, what? But you know what? It's alright. I don't mind direct stories. It may not be for everybody, but it is a direct one. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Alright? Alright, let's do 2 more shuffles. Let's see what's going on for the rest of May. For the singles Pisces. Oh, hot damn. Alright. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to have to clarify a lot of this. Alright, so we got 2 very conflicting cards right here. We have the 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. So 2 9s, okay? Very different cards, but on the opposite sides of the whatever they call that. Opposite sides of the grain, or I don't know how they say that. Whatever the fuck it is. Anyways, so the way I would appear, when I have 2 cards that come off very opposite like this, one where obviously there's somebody who is kind of sick and, you know, got insomnia and going through stress and depression and God knows what else. And then we have somebody over here who's just sitting as, you know, king shit, and he's got everything going for him and everything that he wants. This is called the Wish card, okay? That would appear to me that on the outside, you're really appearing to people or trying to show the world that I'm in a good place. I got whatever I need. I don't need anybody's help. I don't need people in my life. I got it. Fuck them. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, the inside, this is what's going on. So there's stress here. There's stress on the inside. There's worry on the inside. And I'm really thinking that maybe for some of you, you may not want to be actually admitting this to yourself. Some of you are. Okay? So, two very different things here. Okay? So on the inside, depressed, stressed, worrying, things like that. On the outside, I appear fine. Okay? But here's the thing. You got the Five of Pentacles. Okay? Five of Pentacles always means like I feel left out, or I feel left out in the cold, or whatever. And I really wouldn't know what to do with that right away if I were to just see that card. But I'm looking on the rest of the spread, and I got that. King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So these are two people. And there's a lot of, 3 of the 5 cards here are Pentacles. So it could be a heavy earth sign. Maybe dealing with an earth sign. We have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. If they don't have that, or if that's not their sign, they probably have a lot of it on their birth chart. Alright, so we have this guy right here. So it looks like you're actually dealing with 2 people, or going to be dealing with 2 people for the rest of May, going into June. This guy could be older, okay? Somebody who is probably into business or finance or something like that, maybe owns their own business, stuff like that. Somebody who's very knowledgeable in things and so, so forth. This one right here, this is a different person, but this person is most likely younger. This is the Page of Pentacles now, okay, and probably has a maturity level that's probably a little bit below yours, okay. So, but here's the thing. Excuse me. They're both pentacles, so it's interesting because anytime you see a pentacle, like a court card, page, king, queen, whoever I missed there, the knight, they all come in, when they're pentacles, they come in slower than the rest of the groups. So if I had a cup, a wand, a sword, it would be a little different. But these guys, they move a little bit slower. They don't rush into things. They take their time, okay? So, but I'm trying to see which one made you feel like this, or do you make yourself feel like this with these 2 people? Are you trying to get their attention, but it's not really working, or something like that? Let me clarify. Let's see what's going on. All right, why is this 5 of Pentacles here, please? That's cool that you got 2 people for the rest of them. I see 2 people here, so at least you got some options, right? Oh, okay, all right. So let's see. You just pulled 2 trump cards. So anytime you see a trump card or a major arcana card, they are big things, right? They're big situations. So it says you feel left out in the cold, but then I clarified you got the Wheel of Fortune, got the Lover's card. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. Not everybody, obviously, but maybe some of you would. Anytime you see the Wheel of Fortune in this, okay, even though you feel left out in the cold, the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes upright like it has in this situation, the wheels are turning, so things are moving. It's action. It's getting underway. Okay, it's leading somewhere, and it's leading somewhere good. What's right next to it? This baby. Okay, so Lover's card. So this would be definitely some type of could be a twin flame connection, or some type of relationship as well, some type of getting together. Now, what I'm confused about is who is it going to be? All right. I just want to point this out as well. Now that I'm looking at it, for some of you, you are dealing with 2 people, and I was just thinking about this as well. Remember how in the beginning I had seen 2 cards like that? They were very close together and very opposite. this could also, if you're dealing with one person, it could also just suggest that a person can go back and forth from being a very upright person, financial person, to being kind of immature. So they can be bouncing back and forth with that. So if you're dealing with one person, they could be going from mature to immature, mature to immature, and that could be the reason why you're feeling the way you are. All right, so let's just see what action are they going to be taking towards Pisces for the rest of the month of May. Okay, so Queen of Swords. This is what they're going to be doing towards you for the rest of May. I feel like I can't talk tonight. I feel like I'm scattered. All right, here's this lady, okay, and then we got Six of Wands. Okay, so here's another thing. Queen of Swords. She's probably out of all the queens, she's one of the ones that doesn't show a lot of emotion. She doesn't get so excited, anything like that. She's kind of a straight shooter. However, this one, totally different. That's an action card. So even though they may not show emotion, they may not show that they like you, things like that, this one is saying that will be changing probably towards the end of the month going into June, because that's an action card. All right, you see him with his little on his horse and his little wreath up there and all that. He's ready to go. So he's ready to go into battle. Not battle, but you know what I mean. In this case, in a love relationship. All right. In fact, he's coming back from victory. That's really what this means. Traditional meaning is victory. All right. Hopefully, I'm making sense tonight. I feel like I'm kind of making sense, kind of not. I'm telling you, I feel scattered. I'll do a recap for everybody at the end, just so you know what the hell I'm trying to say. All right. What would be the most likely outcome between Pisces and this person? Let's do 3 shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, well that's interesting. We got the Hierophant and the Hermit. Some of you could be dealing with that is a Taurus, I believe. I believe the Hermit is a Taurus. I could be wrong. All right. See, the Taurus or Virgo. Earth sign. All right. So with this case, there definitely could be talk about a relationship because of the Hierophant or the Hierophant. All right. However, the thing that gets me here is the Hermit's right next to it. And the Hermit doesn't like taking action. Alright? We just seen that this person was going to be taking action. But this is your final outcome. What's most likely going to happen as a result. Let me go ahead and clarify it for you guys. Alright? I think I need a little bit more info. Alright. What is the Hierophant and the Hermit here, please? Please clarify that. Knight of Swords, King of Swords. Good Lord. So, I have to ask you, does this person... Are they kind of an asshole? I have to ask that. I got the Queen of Swords here, I got the Knight of Swords, I got the King of Swords. The Knight of Swords, I mean, he's always a fast person, right? But he comes in and he kind of wrecks things up sometimes, and then here we got the King of Swords, who's kind of like an authoritative figure, and he's not really emotional either, just like the Queen of Swords. So, I'm having a little bit of a problem trying to make sense of this, because you have the Hierophant, good relationship, but then you got the Hermit, which means there's not going to be a lot of action after that. And then you have the Knight of Swords, and then you have the King of Swords. So what this could, the most likely what this is telling me is that you would get into a relationship. After you would get into a relationship, it kind of go back to how it's doing now, where there's really not a whole lot going on. And then I would see kind of like a person shutting down, okay, or being kind of emotionless, kind of an asshole. So at that point, it took me a minute to really get that. I was like, wait, what? You have to understand that anytime you see king, page, queen, those are all personalities. They could either be people or personalities. I was trying to make sense of it. I was like, what the hell? So here's what I'm going to do. I want some more clarification, all right, if I can get it. Sometimes these cards don't want to tell us everything, you know, but I'm going to try and do my best. In 1 second. All right, give me another card for the most likely outcome of these two. Pisces, you got me in a funk. You think you're in a funk? I'm in a funk. I'm trying to make sense of this crazy relationship. All right, let me see. Let me pull one more. All right. Okay, so the way that it's coming off, I think, like I said, I think you guys will be getting into a relationship, and I've been saying that. You're definitely kind of, I wouldn't call it obsessed over this person, but I would definitely say you are stressed over this person. I really think that when you will get into a relationship with this person. I don't have any doubt about that. But I think shortly after you get into a relationship with this person, you know, kind of, what do they say? Be careful what you wish for. Because it seems like after you get into the relationship, things are going to change, and they're going to change for kind of the worse. And I think it's going to be a very unpleasant relationship. And I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. I think with the Hermit here, having one energy, and the Hierophant, and then the Knight of Swords, and then the King of Swords, those are two very different things. And we've been seeing this throughout the reading. Very calm, loving, whatever, and then all of a sudden, bam, bam, you know, attitude and stuff like that. Well, I pulled 3 other cards just to clarify the outcome, okay? Because this was a very crazy kind of outcome that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I wanted to make sure that I was on the right page. Walking away, Ace of Swords, okay, and then the reversed 2 of Cups. How do you take that? What does that mean? Okay, 8 of Cups, walking away from something. Ace of Swords, new beginnings. 2 of Cups reversed, ending a relationship. So that really clarifies to me what I was thinking before, but I wanted to make sure that the ending of this relationship, or the process of this relationship, is going to be a lot of ups and downs, starts and endings, ups and downs, goods and bads. And I think it's going to play out that process, and then eventually you guys are going to break up. All right, and there's going to be an ending. So be careful who you wish for, what you wish for. All right, who you choose and whatnot. You know, I always encourage my readers and whoever I do readings on. I always encourage them to pray, to listen to their intuition, to make sure that they're on the right path, and whatnot. So, and I would encourage you to do the same. If you listen to this whole entire reading, good for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I got a little flabbergasted there and discombobulated, and but I looks like we figured it out. It was just confusing the hell out of me, and I didn't want to leave you with that. So, with that being said, Pisces, good luck. Pray about it. Make sure you're on the right path, and you know, listen to your intuition. You have a very good intuition. Listen to it. Don't get caught up in bullshit. You know, delusions happen to Pisces sometimes. You know, that's kind of one of their things. Don't get caught into that. All right? Make sure you get out of that and see things for what they really are. All right? So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Everything will be in my descriptions if you're looking for private reads. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your month. Take care. Bye-bye.